number 10 looks entirely different compared to the previous problems, but it really does fall into this category of problems. We notice the difference of two squares, which is x plus 3 times x minus 3 is the second denominator. And because this is a rational equation, we want to clear the denominators by multiplying through by the least common denominator, which is this x plus 3 times x minus 3. So on the left side of the equation, distributing through, we're multiplying through by that on both sides, we're going to have 5 times, now the x minus 3's will cancel, leaving x plus 3, minus 30 times nothing, because all of this cancels out, equals 1 times this x plus 3 times x minus 3 on the right. Okay, so no more fractions. We've got something clean to work with now. We're going to distribute the 5, giving us 5x plus 15, then minus the 30 from the line above, equals, and the difference of two squares multiplies together, x squared minus 9. I'm going to combine some like terms on the left side of the equation. Let me move that up as I do so. 5x, now plus 15 and minus 30 make minus 15, equals x squared minus 9. Now, seeing that it's quadratic, I want to set it all equal to 0, and I'm going to choose to subtract the 5x off and add 15 to each side. So the left side is 0 and the right side is x squared minus 5x plus 6, which we're going to hope will factor. Am I running out of space? Nope, not yet. That's going to factor into x minus 2 times x minus 3, and so it appears we have two answers of 2 and 3. However, let me try and slide that back up there to show you the whole problem. Notice how 3, when you substitute it into the original problem, you get 3 minus 3, which is 0, which is undefined. So we have to cross off 3 as a potential solution, and only 2 is the solution to this equation. Okay, next problem. Okay, I see my x trapped inside of the quantity square, but it's the only x there. So if I could subtract off this 5 for starts, then I wouldn't have to FOIL out the 2x minus 3 quantity squared. I'd have 2x minus 3 quantity squared equals 3, and then I could just square root each side directly. That gives us 2x minus 3 equals plus or minus, don't forget that, root 3. Add the 3 to both sides, 2x equals 3 plus or minus root 3. And then we can get the 2 by itself, or the x by itself, by dividing off the 2, and have 3 plus or minus root 3 all over 2. And again, that is checkable. It's actually not as hard as you would think to check, because when you substitute it in, the first thing you'd do is multiply by 2, which would cancel out that 2. You would then subtract the 3, which would get rid of the 3 out front. Then you'd square the root 3 to get positive 3 plus 5 makes 8. So it is easily checkable, to tell you the truth. Okay, moving on. This becomes a little bit messier. We don't have it set equal to 0. We actually have to do that FOIL problem on the right. We've got 2w squared minus w plus 66 on the left. I'm going to write the right side as a FOIL problem. If you want to skip this line, you can. I'm going to keep the left side as it is still with that 66 there, and I'm going to distribute here and get w squared minus 6 and minus 6 make minus 12, and 6 times 6 is now 36. Okay, now it's kind of cleaned up. It's time to get this quadratic equation all set equal to 0, and since I have 2w squared on the left and only 1 on the right, I'm going to subtract off the w squared on each side. Oop, I forgot the w in the middle there. And so I want to add 12w to both sides. I now want to minus 36 off. So let's see what we get. We get w squared plus 11w plus 30 equals 0, which factors into w plus 6 times w plus 5, and we get two solutions of negative 6 and negative 5 to that equation, and there's no denominators that we have to worry about where this won't work, so I think those are the two solutions. Okay, one final problem number 13 here. Again, we need a square on the left. Write that as x plus 4 times x plus 4 equals the 2x squared minus 3x plus 46. That's going to give us x squared plus 4 and plus 4 make plus 8x plus 16 equals the 2x squared minus 3x plus 46. This time there are more x squareds on the right, so we're going to subtract off each of these terms from the left off of each side. And let's see what we're going to have. We're going to have 0 equals x squared minus 11x plus 30, which is going to factor into x minus 5 times x minus 6, and we get two nice clean answers of 5 and 6.